Star Wars fans are Star Wars fansing again. And this time is actually more like less irritating and more hilarious actually. So Book of Boba Fett is done. Finale's out. And the show was mediocre to shit to mediocre, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. It's like I don't even know what to make of this show anymore. Or the Disney Star Wars shows. Like it's just whatever at this point. Um so I saw this meltdown on Twitter about something. So in the Book of Boba Fett, there was this bit where a guy did this little spin move during the finale, and it looked goofy as hell. I mean, what doesn't look goofy in Star Wars? But this particularly was a little funny to me because it was just like, so why did you do that? Because he wasn't dodging anything. Because in fact, after he did that, the blaster bolt came afterwards. I was like, oh, so you weren't particularly dodging anything. You just did that, I guess. People show gifs from this game called Star Wars: The Old Republic, and they show some character. I haven't played The Old Republic, so I don't know what the hell it is, or who the hell that character was. They show this character doing it, and they show it as like a try to dunk on you, like, here you go, boom, gotcha. Like, guy's literally dodging a blaster bolt just straight up whizzed by him as he did that. Right after he did that, as he was mid spin, a blaster bolt flew right past his head. I don't know what your defense is here, but it's not the worst thing ever. I don't really give a fuck. There's much worse things in this show to talk about than just a guy spinning. But one person who's having a pretty big meltdown over people not liking it or making fun of it just is this guy named Matt Fortress of Solitude on Twitter. I saw this dude's because I have like the trending, what's trending or this trending in this topic. What are people saying about this topic, right? And I've seen him about a couple dozen times, and I was like, okay, well, not a couple dozen, but I saw him more than enough times for it to take my notice. And I said, how much has he talked about this in the life? So I went to this page and, ooh, wow, this is some funny shit. So, oh, this is good. So the first of these crazy tweets. Saw some guys say the finale to Book of Boba Fett was worse than the CW shows. I'm assuming he meant the CW network, not the Clone Wars show, which I highly disagree with. I'm like, bro, have you seen CW shows lately? No, they're way worse. Why is it with fandoms that things are either the second coming of Christ or it's the worst thing ever? Nothing will ever fix it. My question is, well, who cares? It's not gonna hurt you that people think this way. Like, why does it bother you so badly? And then you think about it, you say this and then you'll go like, well, they're ruining it for everyone. As I said before in the last video, if someone not liking Star Wars or any sort of thing ruins it for you, that's your problem and your problem alone. They can't stop you from liking it at all. So whatever problem that you have with them not liking it is all on you. No, and nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. Star Wars fans, be okay with a little green lizard. I would say he's more froggish than anything else, spinning around and jumping around and whatnot. But when a black man, I'm not even gonna finish that because fuck him. Okay, for the love of God, stop using my skin color for your fandom bullshit, please. I am imploring you. At what point did this give you the impression that this was because a black dude did this? Really? Of all the dumb shit that was been complained about in Star Wars, at least in this show, let's just say, what gave you that impression? Was the Power Rangers thing, the Power Rangers bike thing, did that give you the impression that was because of race or gender? Did it give you that impression too? What is wrong with you? Stop doing that. Actually, fuck you. Don't even do that shit. Jesus Christ. And I know he's not going to sit here and say people were okay with the Yoda thing. People have been clowning on that shit since Attack of the Clones. 20 years ago, this movie came out. People have been clowning on that shit since its release. Where have you been, Nat? Were were you born in 2015 when The Force Awakens came out and only just experienced none of what happened before it? Because you're certainly talking like it, for real. I implore Star Wars fans, particularly those who now suddenly hate Robert Rodriguez films, to actually watch his films. Yeah, I have watched his films. His films since, like, I want to say Sin City. No, maybe since, like, Grindhouse. After Grindhouse, his movies started getting real bad. Like, not even, like, the Robert Rodriguez kind of so bad is good. Just, like, this is not good at all. Like, Sin City, I think he did Sin City 2. That was pretty shit. I mean, and that's also because he didn't have the book to work, a lot of the book to work off of. He just made up his own shit along the way, and it's just like, oh, this is kind of fucking boring compared to the first movie. But yeah, it's whatever. That doesn't excuse it from any sort of criticism or being made fun of too, by the way. Just letting you know. I was around when he had Rose McGowan with an AR-15 attached to her fucking leg. So I think it was an AR-15. I'm not good with guns, but she had a rifle attached to her leg, and people were clowning on that back then. So that's fucking stupid. Let's see where this goes. I was there for that. All right, so fucking holy shit. By the way, this is one that I'm like, wow, you are kind of unhinged, guy. So bestmanbullpen.com on Twitter posts this little meme. And it says, all that went through my head when I saw this scene in the Book of Boba Fett. And Matt loses his mind going, holy shit, your people are blowing this way out of proportion. Get the fuck over it. The irony in what you're saying right now, Matt. The pure irony. You're blowing out of proportion. Yeah. Imagine doing that, right? As you're getting mad about someone making a meme. Like, good God. And I looked into this. Destin Bullpen said they were okay with the shit. They said it was fine. They said the episode was fine. So you're now getting mad at someone who you generally probably would agree with on the episode, and but you're being a total dick because they're not just showering the whole show in praise, I guess. Good. Googly boogly. Oh, I forgot this one. This character stepping in shit being farted on. What Star Wars movie were you watching? Is he talking about the Jar Jar part? Because I don't think he farted on him. They just farted near him. unless you accidentally watch some shit from like some SFM porn. In my times of trying to master SFM, I've seen so much titties, so much SFM titties. I'm like, why? Why is this? Wait, all that, and they're far better animated than anything I did. I'm just like, you could do so much. You chose to do this. This is what you chose. Oh, to have these two anime characters deep throat each other. Why? Why is this the thing? Oh, I'm sorry. That's just too funny. That thought crosses my mind every time I see shit like that. I'm like, you could be working for like an animation studio right now, and this is what you chose to do with your talent. Character stepping in shit, being farted on, acting like Mr. Magoo, teddy bears throwing rocks at armored soldiers, etc. All that is more to know. All that more is okay, but when one black guy spit, fuck off. Stop using the race thing, please. Now, stop. Where did you get that from anyway? Let's start there. What gave you the impression this is a race thing? I love to know this, Matt. Really. I love to know. Oh, God. And he's saying all this shit has been criticized. Like, one of the most common criticisms of the Return of the Jedi was the Ewoks. Like, were you born in 2015, just watch The Force Awakens, and then just suddenly watch the other movies afterwards, and then go, wow, nothing else was wrong. People loved all 6 of these movies, but now all of a sudden, where have you been, my dude? Where have you been? Fucking, like, did you just call it the pussy in Detroit back in, like, 2015 somehow? What? Good Lord, wait, open your eyes, dude. Favreau's gonna come out Monday and say he wanted the guy to do the spin, and suddenly all the mouth readers will think it's the greatest thing in Star Wars, or they'll just clown on him for it. They'll do that too. You know, again, it's still going. By the way, the first time, according to the times here, he started complaining about this on February 9th at 6:55 a.m. Okay, I want you to keep that in mind. We're now into February 10th, 8:56 a.m. He's been complaining about this for an entire fucking day, almost. Because there's some other shit he's talked about too. But this is like, why is this a thing why is this the hill you've chosen to die on for some reason? And there's the last two here. How come no one had a problem with Tobias Beckett twirling his blasters around and leaping into shots and whatnot? First of all, I'd never seen Solo, but I've seen this GIF he's showing, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I never saw this movie. This looks fucking stupid. I had no intention of watching it, and all you've done is like make me feel like I should probably not watch this movie at all because it looks dumb. Why are you doing that? Like, to look cool. It's obviously style over anything else. Rule of cool, as they say. It's the rule of cool. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. It doesn't matter. No matter what. It's cool, therefore it's fine. Just shut up and love it. I don't even know who the hell... Is that the... Hold on.
One eternity later.
That's Woody Harrelson's character. Okay, cool. Woody Harrelson is doing this. I assumed he was a bounty hunter. I don't know who the hell he is. But I'm looking at this. I'm like, this looks dumb. So right there, you fucked yourself. Because I never saw the movie and that looks fucking stupid. So you fucked yourself out on that one there. Or when Han did the old tap one shoulder and hide gif, he cuts off the gif right before the actual purpose. But that him doing that had a purpose. Just like when people show the Old Republic little gif of the cowboy dude, that had a purpose. He's trying to dodge a blaster bolt. This guy's trying to lure a stormtrooper into a trap. The guy in Book of Boba Fett just did that for no reason other than look cool. It's the rule of cool. That's how most movies are made. That's like 90% of Zack Snyder movies. It's like rule of cool. Nothing makes sense. Fuck it. Ego Volt, like, and that's the thing with these fandoms, like, and I could go in more about the people who don't like it, but like, there's videos up the there's a guy who's made an entire channel on people not liking certain content and calling it fucking toxic. So, so you already got that guy. You got that. He's that guy. You got him. Okay, I gotta talk about the people who just go ape nuts for people who like it, but are upset that people... Hey, I like this thing, okay? I like this show or movie, so there should be zero reason why you don't like this show or movie. Whatever problem I have, that should be your only problems with the film. Other than that, you should be loving this. Like, what? That's not what they say, but that's kind of the sentiment... That's kind of the impression I'm getting, when it's like, what? Who cares? Like... Like, somebody's gonna kick in your doors like the fucking, like, the Glorious Bastards. Like, people who don't like Star Wars will kick your doors and, like, Glorious Bastards, sitting like Christoph Waltz to sit there and be like, there's people who like TLJ under the floorboards, isn't there? Like, what? Like, that's how I think these people I think. Like, this, no, relax. You know? Like, I look at this shit and I go to myself like, have I been like this? I think the closest I've been like this, maybe, and I don't even know, is like that Star Wars fanboy rant, MCU fanboy rant I made back in 2017, where I went, mad rant about it. Like, that's as far as that's maybe the closest I've gotten to that kind of sentiment. I don't know. That like you should like it or whatever. But so it's closest to me being like this, like, upset about it, like, where I'm just ranting and raving about people acting a certain way, and I'm just like, whatever. But I have to, but I look at this now, and it's like a learning experience. I look at this back then, I probably would have been on a mad rant against this guy. Now I just look at him like, you're a fucking fool, bro. Like, you look kind of dumb. And all these other people are bringing up the shit like, oh, look at Palpatine do. You think that's bad, but you look at the Palpatine spin, the thing that people complain about a lot. or not a lot, but people have clowned on before. Look at this thing that Anakin and Obi-Wan do when they do that spinny thing with the twirling thing with the lightsabers. The thing that people also have constantly said looks goofy as shit. Look at that now. Oh, now look at fucking this other thing where Boba Fett gets hit with a right. Like, we know this shit already, and it's been commonly criticized. Do you think it's not that's not as? Do you think you made some startling revelation when you bring this shit up? That you've made some sort of like groundbreaking sort of like we see that tweet and we're looking at it and we're like, my God, like Independence Day and shit. And it's like, no, you haven't said anything. Like, yeah, that's also goofy. Both things can be goofy and stupid. We can clown on both of them. And I feel like this guy especially is either, I have to ask him, like, what are you more mad about? That people are upset about it? Because I've only seen like one person say Robert Rodriguez should never touch anything Star Wars again with that clip. And I'm just like, I mean, it's not that fucking deep, but whatever. Are you more upset that people don't like it, or are you more upset that people are making fun of it and just clowning on it? Which is it? Or maybe it's both. You just feel like people should just cream themselves into Valhalla instead of not liking it or not having fun with it or just not enjoying it. You know, I don't get it. I genuinely help me, help me. That's what I want you to help me understand this, because otherwise I don't get it. No one's gonna stop you from liking it. Nor should anyone, stop you from liking it, and vice versa. No one will or should stop you from not liking it. But why not? This is where we are now. You either got one side bitching that you like it, or you got another side bitching that you don't like it. So yeah. Star Wars fandom's going full Star Wars fandom again. I can't wait till the next time when someone just makes a cute little drawing and that's been called, and they get fucking their doors kicked in and dragged out of their homes and beaten to death or some shit. And you're just like, but why though? Yeah, they didn't. Like, there was a fucking thing I saw earlier today where someone made a comic art of Rey from TLJ brutally slaughtering Dark Rey and the Rey from Rise of Skywalker, both of which are from Rise of Skywalker. And I was like, so we're not going to talk about this? All the people that complain about, the toxicity in the fandom nonstop, we're not going to address this? We're not going to talk about how fucking unhinged this looks? This looks fucking insane. Who did this? Like, just, oof. I guess it's okay though. They're kind of defending Star Wars, so I don't know. It's different. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This fandom is too fucking unpredictable at this point. It's like simultaneously the most unpredictable and predictable fandom I've ever seen. And for fandoms, because again, MCU and DCU Snyder. That's never go full Star Wars fan, people. Never go full Star Wars fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn.